Hi everyone, it's Pam here from Ink on My Whiskers, and today we're going to be making this collaged butterfly basics card. Let's get started. So the star of the show in this card is the Butterfly Basics stamp set that just came out in the Occasions catalog. It comes with the possibility of also ordering these butterfly thinlits, which are absolutely stunning. And if you asked my opinion, these are the stars of the Occasions catalog. They're just so pretty together, and you can do so many things with these stamps. So let's show you one thing today. Okay, if we have a look at this card, you'll see that it's got a whole bunch of layered stamps on it. We call that collage. And there's a few little tricks that to make your collage look a little bit more 3D and to get all the stamps to layer properly. There's a few tricks to do, and mostly it's a technique called masking. And I'm just going to show you really quick how that works. I was having fun just cutting these out. That's what the butterfly thinlet looks like. It's so pretty. Anyways, so there's two types of masking, regular masking and reverse masking, and it's just what type of image you're using. So I saved this little piece here from the cutout from the butterfly, and then what I also did was just took a pencil and traced around this cutout, and on a little piece of copy paper, I just copied the pencil line and made a second butterfly to cover up my images, and I'll show you how that works in just a second. So that's the very first thing you're going to want to do. When you get these thinlits, just have fun playing with them and seeing, you know, the different types of things you can cut out with them, and then just save yourself a couple of your cutouts. All right, we're going to grab a piece of vanilla cardstock. It measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and we're going to start by stamping this sort of honeycomb image using the So Saffron color, and I'm just going to kind of go randomly all over the background of the. And I'm not too worried. You can see I've got a bit of a misinking happening here. I guess I didn't ink that very good. But I'm not too worried about this. This is going to be the very back layer of the collage, and it's not really going to show that it's missing. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to sponge using crisp cantaloupe and your reverse mask here. Just going to grab a sponge, and this takes a few seconds to do. If you notice, what I'm doing is I'm pushing the sponge sort of from the mask into the center of the cardstock underneath. If I push this way, then there's a chance that you can sort of lift up the edge of this mask, and then you're not going to get a nice clear edge. And because I'm using crisp cantaloupe, you're going to have to do this a fair bit. Another way that you can do it, you can see I'm sort of pushing down and twisting the ink sort of into the paper. It helps give a little bit of a heavier layer. Just going to keep layering on the ink until I get a dark enough color that makes me happy. And you can see I'm going directly over top of the honeycomb image that I stamped already. Just putting this right on over top. Okay. When I pull that away, that's what you end up with. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that opposite part of the mask, we're going to cover up what we just sponged, and I'm going to stamp more things over top of this. So I'm going to use this sort of fern leaf image and stamp across the whole thing using the pistachio pudding ink. Now you could, probably the best thing to make one of these masks out of is a Post-it note. And then that way the sticky will sort of stick down on your project, and you won't have to worry about holding it down like I'm fussing with right now. I just happened to grab a piece of paper that was lying beside me at the time. Alright, I'm just going to kind of stick that there like that. And I'm going to do another one. Ooh, that's nice and noisy. Sort of. Okay, I apologize for the cut. Seems my camera just about ran out of memory and stopped recording. So you'll see that I've done a little bit more than just what you just saw. I finished stamping the second leaf image in pistachio pudding. Then I took the happy birthday greeting and stamped that in early espresso ink. And then in all of the extra space, white space, I used the splatter image from the Gorgeous Grunge stamp set. If you don't have this stamp set and you like doing collage type style cards, you have to get it. It's one of the most versatile stamp sets in the catalog. It's just perfect for all kinds of things. And the splatter I use constantly. And I just used the So Saffron ink again and just filled up all the sort of empty space. So this is almost ready to go. We'll grab a card base, 5.5 by 8.5 inches, folded at 4 1/4, and we'll stick this on. One of the nice things about collage style stamps is the stamping itself is just so impressive looking that you don't have to get very fancy with the layers of your card. You can keep the card itself very basic. And so the only thing we need is a little bit of bling. And to do that, we're going to sneak a little piece of silver foil paper. This is 2.5 by 3.5 inches. And we're going to use the medium-sized butterfly and cut that out. Now, if you've been around YouTube at all and have seen other demonstrators talking about this little thinlit die, you'll see how incredibly intricate it is, and what a pain it would be to sit and poke all these little bits of paper leftovers out of the die when you're finished. So there's a trick that's been going around, and it does work brilliantly. All you have to do is when you layer this up, sort of in between your paper and the actual, no, I'm lying, that's wrong. Underneath your paper, like this, and then your thinlit, is to take a piece of dryer sheet. I've just, this is a used one that came out of my dryer and was just going to go in the garbage, and in my machine, you'll have to play with the amount of dryer sheets you use. I found one was too thin and didn't really work, but if in my machine, in my Big Shot, if I fold this in half, and then stick my paper and my thinlit, it comes out really nicely. So I'm just going to run this through the Big Shot and I'll show you how it turns out. Okay, so this is right back from the Big Shot, and you'll see when I peel this away, all of these little pieces just pop out like nobody's business. It's really, really nice. The foil, I find, works a little bit differently. When I do this little trick with cardstock, what I find is the cardstock actually sticks to the dryer sheet a bit, and you don't even need to worry about pushing out these pieces. But what's really brilliant about this is that you have 0 pieces left in your thinlet, which is really nice because sitting and trying to poke out all those little bits of paper afterwards is a nightmare. So what a great tip. I don't know who originally came up with it, but it really works wonderfully. So we'll get rid of all the garbage here, and I'm just going to bend the wings up just a touch, and then right down in the center of the body we'll run some Tombow glue. Maybe we have glue in here. I took Christmas off, so there might not be. It's dried up. Oh, there it comes. Okay, thanks for being patient. All right, that's all that's left to finish the card. So there you guys go. One very pretty, very simple card to put together. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again. Bye.